always fresh, every day. You're watching Fastlane Daily.
Happy 50th, Mini! We already gave you a global economic downturn that's resulted in a shift in our culture to buy smaller cars. That's our present for the next decade. Now what you got for us? A new concept? Oh, you shouldn't have. We'll have more on that later. Also, Prime Minister decides it's time to drive on the wrong side of the road. One of the best-selling race cars gets a refresh, and a tuner throws a hatchet at the Porsche Panamera. What's up, everybody? I'm Derek D. You're checking out Fastlane Daily on a hump day. Woohoo! Yay, hump day! Get your hump on. All right.
Fastlane Daily with Derek D. Always fresh every day.
And now for today's headlines. Mini celebrated their 50th birthday today by releasing photos of their upcoming Frankfurt concept, the Mini Coupe, or Coupe. For months we've heard the rumors that Mini would release a special car on their 50th anniversary, and well, here it is. Unlike the original Coupe of the 1960s with only minor structural changes, this concept has undergone radical surgery that has replaced most of the signature Mini design cues and components. Some of the changes include a non-traditional slanted windshield and a curved roofline with lack of B-pillar. The powertrain, on the other hand, is just that of an R56 John Cooper Works. So fun, yet still practical. The concept will be making its public debut just around the corner at Frankfurt. And of course, Mini decided to be super original, put their concept in front of a jet. Because we all know cars look better in front of jets. Wow. I mean, I didn't really like it that much, but now, totally. Jet's there. Well, on September 7th, the people of Samoa are going to have to switch lanes. And I don't mean to pass someone, I literally mean the residents of this small Pacific Island nation will have to start driving on the other side of the road. Samoa is the first nation since the 70s to change the side of the road they drive on. The reason for the switch is that Samoa's two biggest neighbors, Australia and New Zealand, drive on the left-hand side of the road. So by joining their side of driving, it will be easier for poor Samoans to get cheap hand-me-down cars from their larger neighboring countries. This according to their Prime Minister, Talupa Salel Maligogi. And there's no way I'm going to be able to pronounce that name. Could we just get the text of it right here? Thank you. Yes, that guy. Him. Yes. The dude even quoted FDR by saying, "The only thing we have to fear is fear itself." And I'm sure when FDR said that, he was referring to when Samoa changes what side of the road they drive on. He was a forward thinker, that FDR, right? All right, good guy. Of course, this isn't coming without heavy protest. Residents fear the roads will become disaster zones, the right-hand driving cars will now be harder to sell, people will simply forget, and Troy Polamalu is pissed. You guys know who that is? He's in the secondary on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Recent Super Bowl champions. Beast of a tackler. Talk to you guys later. Okay. It was only last week that Porsche revealed their GT3 RS. Now today we've got the new 2010 GT3 Cup, the Porsche factory race car. The non-street legal version of the GT3 RS is 44 millimeters wider to accommodate the larger rear tires. Weighing just 2,600 pounds with entirely stripped out interior and fitted with the new 3.8-liter 6, the GT3 Cup can reach 60 in under 4 seconds. Porsche Motorsports will be selling the car for a measly 149,000 pounds. No matter how you do the math, that's a lot. That's a lot of friggin' money. Yeah. And we all knew it wouldn't take long before a tuner took a crack at the new Porsche Panamera. We just didn't know it would be this fast. Gemballa has released their first photos of the Mistrale Panamera. Boosted to 750 horsepower, Gemballa has also added 22-inch rims as well as a new body and aerodynamic package to improve performance at high speeds. The new chin and hood indicates a significant overhaul of the engine bay, while Gemballa has also worked to reduce the ride height of the Panamera by 40 millimeters. Also included in the package are new brake, exhaust, and suspension systems. No word on performance figures yet, but we do expect someone in Dubai will buy at least 3 of them, and one of which will be dedicated to his or her own pet tiger. Wow. Next up, we go on the street to find out what people owned as their first car. That's up right after this. Suck that in for you.
That was cigarette jerky.
But see, I don't want to portray to the kids that smoking is good. You can't keep your pearly whites if you smoke. So don't smoke. Plus, you'll die of cancer.
A public service announcement from your friends at Fastlane Daily.
Welcome back. We sent the lovely Annie up to Times Square to ask you about your first car. Annie, take it away.
Do you want to tell us about your first car?
Right, my first car was an old 1984 Nissan Bluebird. It's a little grey piece of junk that was held together with dust and cobwebs. It made a bit of noise, but it got me where I needed to go.
What's your most memorable experience in that car?
My first accident as a licensed driver, not paying attention to where I was going, slammed right into the back of someone at a red light. Then myself and my dad pulled it apart and we went to the salvage yard. So yeah, we got a bunch of old parts from old Bluebirds and pieced it all back together. The sad end of that car was that a few years later when I finished in university, I was out driving around and someone, maybe a bit of karma, slammed into me. And so the car was a write-off. I had to get rid of it and that was the last I ever saw of it. I went on the back of a truck, gone, never saw it again. And that was a sad moment. It was my first car, it was gone.
That was a great story. I love that you guys rebuilt it. That's awesome. Thanks, James.
No worries, Annie. Pleasure. Cheers.
Really? My first car was a 1988 Toyota Camry. I used to park it in front of jets.
I bet it looked cool.
It did look cool. And don't get me wrong, the car was already 11 years old when I got it, so I didn't get it in 1988. I'm not that old, all right? But thank you, Annie. You did a great job. That about does it for Fastlane Daily today. I'm Derek D. You're the viewer, and we will see you tomorrow. Have a great hump day, everybody.